Unfortunately, the Sebastian Rogers case continues to engender unnecessary drama. Hi, this is Bed Crime Stories, and I'm your host, T. I do wish you all a happy Friday. Right now, we've got creators attacking other creators, and once again, Sebastian is getting lost. This time, he's getting lost in all the mudslinging. Personally, I never want to hurt a case. My goal is to keep the missing person's name and story out there. I also like to weigh in when new information and evidence emerges. And if I can add to the narrative and find new information, then it's a triumph. Because I have a moral compass, I don't want to attack other creators. I don't want to attack a certain private eye, although I see him calling a lot of other creators grifters. I think that is what the problem is. Steve Fisher of SF Investigates is controversial, in my opinion, because he tends to get mean, calls people names. Good people, good creators who are clearly working hard, spending a lot of time trying to find answers. These creators are not trained FBI agents. Then again, neither is Steve Fisher. I make videos because I have a deep interest in true crime. I enjoy researching cases. I love the creative process involved in producing videos, telling the stories of victims, and interacting with you guys. I'm not here to push false narratives in order to get more clicks and views. I recently had another creator leave a rather rude comment on a video I made, and I deleted the comment, and then this creator came back and posted it again. And it wasn't anything constructive. It was just purely mean-spirited with a laughing emoji. And it was about the Sebastian Rogers case. I don't find anything about this case funny. That other creator was trying to stir shit, trying to get me to react. Well, I gotta tell you, I don't have time for shit stirring. Right now, my life is full of truly important issues. I have 2 very ill family members that I have to devote time to. I'm trying to make their days and what time they have on Earth happy and comfortable. So I'm not going to waste my energy or my precious minutes chasing crama. Sebastian is a vulnerable, real live child. Nobody's seen him in nearly a year. Yeah, I want to help find him. If I can contribute in any way and help people get to the truth, I want to do it. So yes, I'm going to look at all the crazy stuff that was going on around the 3 a.m. hour in Sebastian's neighborhood, right near his house. Look at the people Sebastian was last with, how they're behaving, what they're saying, what they're doing. I don't need the approval of a well-paid, perhaps overly paid person who shows up in every missing persons case. And if he finds Sebastian, and if he gets to the truth, I will give him props, because that should be his only goal. Finding the truth, finding Sebastian. Not wasting time shredding other people, tearing them down unnecessarily, calling them names. It's like everything I hated about high school. The bully with the big mouth. In my humble opinion, nobody should be bashing well-intentioned people who just want to try and get to the truth. If somebody wants to debunk a theory, if somebody wants to debunk somebody else's video, that's fine. Do it. But do it through the unfiltered truth. Stay on the side of Sebastian. Do not sling mud at other creators that you know are well-intentioned. Everybody says they're for Sebastian, but they then attack one side of the family. And I've been guilty of that myself. I've personally leaned toward the theory that Katie and Chris Proudfoot are likely involved, allegedly, just my opinion. Do I know that 100%? No. I've also criticized Seth Rogers at times, but I've never seen him acting shady in terms of things like not searching for his son, remaining silent, and not going on shows like Nancy Grace or other big YouTube channels, news, to talk about Sebastian. So far, I've seen 2 lights in the back. So far, I have seen 2 mysterious lights near the Proudfoot home around the 3 a.m. hour that nobody has been able to identify. Not even SF Investigates. I've also seen a mystery car showing up around the same time, driving down Kellen Lane, making a U-turn, showing up near Stafford Court where Sebastian lives. We're now being shown images of a camera facing the Proudfoot home. We found out that the light that was believed to be inside Katie Proudfoot's bedroom is not, in fact, from the Proudfoot home, but it takes time and skill to get to the point where you know for sure. So I give props to the people that are trying to figure it out, who know how to take overlays and put them there. What I'd like to propose is that people that are local to the area maybe try to recreate these lights at night. Ask the neighbors if they can turn certain lights on again. Go out there, take some video, take some pictures. I don't live in the area, and unfortunately, my channel doesn't make enough revenue to allow me to go out there. I wish I could visit every single crime scene or potential crime scene in these cases. It is very challenging when you can't actually be in the real space, understand the angles, where the rooms are, the distances. I think it's safe to assume that the wheels are turning behind the scenes when it comes to law enforcement and this case. Unfortunately, we know that justice sometimes takes time. Getting to the truth takes time. But all it takes is one slip up by somebody who maybe planned such a disappearance. I'm not giving up on Sebastian, and I'm going to keep listening, watching, reading, researching. We know this kid didn't just go poof in the night and disappear into the ether, disintegrate. And we know that he wasn't a child who was incapable. Sebastian was very high functioning. By all accounts, he was quite intelligent. He was still a child, though. He still needed protection from people with harsh methods of discipline, a lack of patience, maybe a violent streak. Sadly, I believe that if Sebastian could reach out to his father right now, he would. And maybe I should say he would have. And yes, it's also possible that he ran away and he did get stuck somewhere. The more I look at these cases of the boys in the chimneys, Josh Maddox, Harley Dilly, the more I see how that can really happen. Whether those kids got themselves in those chimneys or somebody else was involved and there's foul play. Harley was found within 25 days of going missing, but Josh Maddox was missing for 7 years before somebody decided to tear down the cabin that he was inside and in the chimney of. But again, do you really think Sebastian would head outside barefoot in the middle of the winter without a coat, without his cell phone, without snacks? Remember, Katie told us he needs his snacks. Growing boys with big appetites? I think he would have stuffed his pockets with snacks and drinks. Sebastian wasn't stupid. I kind of think it insults his intelligence to really think that he would run away barefoot without his phone, without anything, unless he was terrified and running for his life. In that scenario, I could see that. And again, let me state that it has been discovered that this bright light is not the light in Katie Proudfoot's home. Took a lot of research and time. I'm not the one who figured that out, but I've been listening and I've been watching. And I do believe there were other lights that may have been coming from the Proudfoot home, that may have been on around that 3 a.m. witching hour. Let's not give up on Sebastian. If we look at the Suzanne Morphew case, what were the odds of her remains being found at all? And particularly being found where they were found. Of course, there's no justice yet in her case. But again, I think the wheels of justice are turning slowly in the background. I'll see you next time on Bed Crime Stories. Please like, share, and subscribe.